Today I am very excited to finally, after 10 months without a mouse in our family, introduce you guys to Sodium. He is unbelievably cute and tiny and beautiful, and he's so brave. Look at him, already so happy to be on my hand. Oh, he's the sweetest little boy. Little disclaimer, I should let you guys know that by watching this video, you are in fact legally committing to protecting this little boy with your life. Yes, they are, aren't they? Oh, yes. Oh, hi. Yes, kisses. So let me tell you a little bit about this guy who's just peed and pooed all over my hand. Really? Really? Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about him. I've actually, small confession, had this guy since June 2nd, and only a couple of people knew about his existence. I wanted to keep him to myself for a little bit, get to know him, get a start on taming, which, as you can see, went extremely well. In fact, I have footage from the very first day I brought him home, and he was already confident and comfortable with just climbing on my hand. This footage is from the moment he came into our home. This is me transferring him from his travel cage into his living cage, and he just hopped up on my hand and didn't really care too much about being wary of me. So that was obviously a great start to our relationship, and he is continuing to do fantastically. And you? Now he's about 5 weeks old now, which means he will grow a little bit. At the minute he's about 15 grams. He was 14 grams when I brought him home. And because of his small size, he is currently living in a bin cage and not the test tube. Only because I'm kind of worried that he is just a little too small. He might be able to squeeze out of the mesh on the test tube. So I'm just being extra careful. Once his weight goes up into the 20s, I think he'll be fine to move into there, and I will of course film him exploring it when he does. Oh yes, come here, sit on my shoulder. Sit. He doesn't want to go off my hand. No, I live here now, thank you. Yeah, Harrison's watching you. Creepy flamingo. His colouring is the very traditional pink-eyed white, also known as Pew or albino. And yes, with mice, pink-eyed whites are true albinos, slightly different to with hamsters, where not all red-eyed white hamsters are albino. Actually, if you're interested, I have an entire video talking about red-eyed hamsters and the myths that surround them, many of which also apply to mice. So if you're interested, you can go and check that out. I'll put it up in the cards. And if you want to see some more close-up pictures of just how cute this guy is, I'm going to be posting photos of him to my rodents Instagram account, and I'll pop those up on screen now as well. It's all my social medias. That's Twitter, my personal Instagram, and my rodents Instagram. Something I want to address, otherwise I know it will come up in the comment section, is that yes, Sodium does live alone, and that is because he is a male mouse, and specifically an intact male mouse. That just means that he is still capable of breeding and having babies. And I know that people who aren't as familiar with mice sometimes get confused with the differences in care of female mice and male mice. So female mice you have to keep in groups, there's absolutely no argument to be had there, but male mice, on the other hand, are very territorial, and there is an extremely high risk, if you keep two males together, that they will fight, injure, and potentially kill each other. So keeping male mice together is heavily discouraged in mouse communities. It's very controversial. There are some people who keep their males together and have no problems with them, but the risk is so high that most people do not recommend it, and it's certainly not a practice I agree with or would want to promote either. Some people have found workarounds for their male mice to be able to live with other mice. For example, Creek Valley Critters, great example of this. She is actually able to get her male mice neutered because she has a vet that is comfortable and confident with doing that. Unfortunately, most vets won't do it for non-medical reasons, and some won't even do it for medical reasons. But she's able to get her male mice neutered so that they can go and live with female mice. And if you've never watched her channel before, definitely go and check it out. It's so interesting. She's got some really interesting and different mouse care methods that you might not see elsewhere. And another option some people have is actually having their male mouse live with a group of female African soft furs. Unfortunately, again though, one of those animals that's just not available to a lot of people. Apparently they're very common in the States because of them being popular feeders, but for a lot of other people in different countries, not so easy to get your hands on. But if you're ever considering getting a male mouse and you want to look into some options for giving him socialization, African soft furs are definitely a route you can look down. If we had them available to me here, I would love to consider going down that route. But as we don't, and as we don't have any vets that will neuter mice, he has to live on his own for his safety and his well-being. But that's perfectly fine because most male mice are kept on their own, and as long as you provide them with lots of enrichment and most importantly lots of attention from you, then they can and do live very happy lives. So yeah, that was something I just want to address in this video because it comes up a lot when you keep male mice and you're on YouTube or any other social media. You'll always get people saying, hey, isn't he supposed to have friends? Aren't you supposed to give him other mice for company? But no, if you keep him with other males, he will fight, and if you keep him with females, he will do another thing that starts with F. I'm just gonna pop him back now because he's starting to get a little irritated. He has been out playing for most of the day, so getting tired now. So yeah, I think that's all the basics you need to know about our little Sodium. I am so excited to continue getting to know him. We already have a very close bond already. He actually gets very excited when I come in the room now, and he's only been with us for not even a week yet. I can't believe it's not even been a week. That's crazy. Some of you guys might not have been around when we had Zinc, but the experience I had with him was very different. He was much more timid and shy than Sodium, and it took us a lot longer to bond and tame with him, and he was an absolutely lovely mouse. But the initial experience of bringing him home and taming him was the complete opposite of this, so I wasn't expecting it, and I'm so thrilled with how things have gone so far, and I'm so excited for them to keep going and for me to keep building a stronger bond with him, which is lovely. So I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing him come up in more videos, and I guess this is where this introduction ends now, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to come follow me on my social medias, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, by the way, my next main video is a double hamster male unboxing, and I think I'm gonna try and do that with Sodium like we used to do with Zinc, because I love doing unboxings with Zinc. And I think that'll be fun to do again. So yeah, that's what to expect next, and I will see you guys then. Bye!